Hello everyone, and welcome back to APWC. So this month, apart from all the shows and movies that I've already reviewed on this channel, I watched some other movies and shows as well, and thought it would be unfair to not talk about them. So without wasting any time, let's begin.
Ready.
Smile 2. Another day, another sequel, which surprisingly establishes its connection with its prequel in the first 10 minutes itself. I think Smile was great, but the sequel takes a more embarrassing and humiliating turn, as this time the host is a famous pop star with a recent trauma. Naomi Scott has killed it in this one. What a crazy performance. With so many horror films released this year, it has become difficult to pick the best one out of them, and surprisingly I enjoyed most of them. Next, I watched Juror number 2. Being a sucker for courtroom dramas, Juror number 2 does appeal to my taste and tries to deliver what it promises. If you are also into the genre of films, then don't miss Juror number 2. It has certain elements of 12 Angry Men with a twist, but does it succeed? Well, the answer to that question is available once you watch this film, as I don't want to spoil it for you.
Okay.
The director Clint Eastwood is fucking 94, and still he's bringing his A game to the table. Man's a legend, no doubt. Next, I watched Murphy. After Blink, KFI made another sci-fi film this year, and I was skeptical how it would turn out. Well, is it the best sci-fi film? No. Does it offer anything new? No. But for people who have no inclination towards sci-fi films, Murphy acts as a gateway to such films, with its easy, linear storytelling, which is not complex at all, and that's the beauty of Murphy. Next, I watched Red 1. Sometimes I question myself that why do I watch certain films and seldom do I get an appropriate answer. Being a fan of Rock and Chris Evans, this felt like a story with great VFX and CGI, but nothing beyond that. If you have a child, then watch Red 1 with them as they'll surely enjoy. But if you are an adult, well, Red 1 will definitely make you weep for the time you have wasted. Next, I watched Heretic. I like the premise even though I'm not an atheist. Still, the questioning of belief and the concept of iterations in many religions across this globe has been depicted with finesse. I still have questions with respect to the end, but for now let those questions be unanswered. With Knock Knock, it was proved that if there are two women at your doorstep on a rainy evening, then don't let them in. And with Heretic, it got proved that if you are a woman accompanied by another woman, then don't enter a man's house during a rainy evening.
ये बड़ी अच्छी बात कही आप.
Next, I watched Mismatched Season 3. कभी कभी मेरे दिल में ये ख्याल आता है कि मैं अपना समय ऐसे शोज पे क्यों व्यर्थ करता. The storyline is so messed up, I could not keep track of what was happening. There is a time leap of 3 years after the ending of season 2, which in my opinion was poetic. So let's make another season to fuck it up. Too much woke nonsense which just made me feel sad for people who have literally no interest in that BS. Even the songs of this season fell flat. The songs of season 2, especially Kho Gaye by Taruk Raina, was so good, and I wanted something like that. Even the piano intro of Kho Gaye is so soothing, but season 3 had nothing to even match that. At least after watching this show, it's safe to say that being single is the best fucking thing as of now, and I'm happy. शायद बंदिश बैंडिट्स का सीजन 2 देखना चाहिए था. छोड़ो, अभी गलतियां तो इंसानों से ही होती है.
देवा देवा देवा, मैं तो तेरे को हरामी समझता था, तो राम निकला रे, देव मानुस निकला रे.
Next, I watched Anora. Mikey Madison is a force to reckon with, and Anora is a proof of that. You'll surely fall in love with her, or maybe with her performance. I thought this movie would have been serious, but it was actually comical and chaotic, which I enjoyed. Too much explicit nudity in the first 20 minutes was something I had not expected. तो घर वालों के साथ मत देखना, लेकिन देखना जरूर। काफी इंटरेस्टिंग फिल्म है।
आइए देखते हैं, मजा आएगा।
Next, I watched Billions Season 1. An excellent show with phenomenal writing and an exceptional cast.
I know that this check is the only thing standing between your family and bankruptcy. So pick it up, put it in your pocket, and walk out of here. Or I will.
I like such shows which have a high possibility of teaching you something new once a while. Makes the entire watching experience enjoyable and full of learnings. Well, so far I have only completed season 1. 6 more to go. And I know it goes downhill from here, but I'll sure as hell watch it.
And one day you are gonna wish like fucking hell that it was still on the table.
Then you should have kept half of that for yourselves too. Because when I pull a deal off the table, I leave Nagasaki behind.
Next, I watched Yo-Yo Honey Singh's Famous. Not a fan of documentaries, but पाजी की documentary थी तो देखना तो बनता है. Man has been an icon for a youth generation, and we often regarded him as the Bluetooth king. His songs, however they were with respect to vulgar lyrics and obscene videos, we loved and enjoyed them. In fact, we had by-hearted most of his songs, which I remember to this very day. He was, is, and will always be a generation-defining star.
No, this is not the comeback. I wanna blow the world. वो मैं ऐसा कर दूंगा, पागल कर दूंगा दुनिया को दोबारा से.
It's good to see such great celebrities talking about mental health problems, and it's high time we start taking it seriously.
कई सारे ऐसे लोगों को जानता हूँ जिनको ये प्रॉब्लम है, जो पता नहीं किस चीज से घबराते हैं कि किसी को पता ना लग जाए कि हमें ये प्रॉब्लम। दूसरी बात ये है कि जिस वजह से मुझे ये बीमारी हुई, नशे कर रहा हूँ की वजह से, वो मैं चाहता हूँ कि ना करे लोग।
Next, I watched Breaking and Exiting. Well, sometimes I'm extremely stressed, anxious, and feel like watching something silly, which is not complex or extremely emotional. And on one such day, I stumbled upon Breaking and Exiting. You can watch this film and forget about it the moment it is over. And maybe that's why I watched it. Next, I watched What If Season 3. In this season, we see recently introduced characters from Phase 4 and 5 who will be responsible for taking the baton of MCU forward. With 8 episodes, we see Mech Avengers fighting Hulkzilla, Agatha fighting Arishem, and Kingo grooving to a rendition of Malahari, Red Guardian and Winter Soldier teaming up, Howard the Duck and Darcy giving birth to an egg. What the fuck? Riri Williams fighting Quentin Beck and Vision, Shang-Chi and Kate Bishop fighting the Hood in 1872, and Captain Carter's team fighting the Incarnate, Eminence, and Executioner to save the Watcher. The last episode of all the 3 seasons have been epic, and somehow it makes up for most of the dull moments in the previous episodes. Well, this is the last season of What If, and I'm happy it ended on a good note. Next, I watched Y2K. What in the actual fuck was this all about? Why did I watch this film? Well, I had my reasons to watch it, not gonna lie. Still, it has to be one of the wackiest films of 2024. That's it for this video guys, I'll see you in the next one. और हाँ, अगर वीडियो अच्छा लगे तो सब्सक्राइब कर देना दोस्तों, मिलते हैं अगली बार. Till then, bye.